Gorr, the last of his race, is struggling to survive in a barren desert with his daughter, Love. He prays to his god, Rapu, for help, but Love ultimately dies of starvation. Just as Gorr starts to hear a voice calling out to him in the distance, he finds an oasis where he encounters Rapu, who has killed the previous wielder of the ancient weapon known as the All-Black Necrosword. Rapu mocks Gorr for his helplessness and refuses to offer any assistance. Feeling betrayed, Gorr takes the Necrosword and beheads Rapu, vowing to eliminate all gods. Meanwhile, Thor continues to go on adventures with the Guardians of the Galaxy, responding to distress calls throughout the universe while trying to get back in shape. However, Thor is unhappy with where he is in life and plans to retire. A number of distress calls about Gorr come in, including one from Sif, who has been tracking him down. Thor and Korg respond to Sif's call and part ways with the Guardians, who go to respond to the other calls. They find a defeated Sif with her arm cut off, who warns them that Gorr plans to attack New Asgard next. Drive. Jane Foster is undergoing treatment for stage 4 cancer. Despite efforts to find a cure, her research is unsuccessful and she begins to lose hope. However, Foster becomes inspired to travel to New Asgard in the hope that their magic can help cure her cancer. As Thor had unknowingly enchanted Mjolnir to protect Foster while they were together, the hammer is drawn to her presence, fusing back together and giving her the powers of the mighty Thor. That night, Gorr uses the Necrosword to summon shadow monsters to attack New Asgard. Thor, Korg, and Sif arrive to confront the monsters, as do King Valkyrie and Foster, who Thor is shocked to see. Although they are able to drive the monsters away, Gorr escapes with Asgard's children, including Heimdall's son, Axel. Thor communicates with Axel and realizes that the children are in the Shadow Realm. Knowing that Gorr will be at his strongest there, Thor, Foster, Valkyrie, and Korg go to Omnipotent City to warn Zeus about Gorr and ask for an army to help fight him. However, Zeus is unconvinced that Gorr poses a threat to Omnipotent City and instead has Thor captured. The others have to intervene and fight off Zeus' men. During the scuffle, Zeus uses his thunderbolt to destroy Korg's body, leaving only his face intact, although this is enough for him to survive. Enraged, Thor uses the thunderbolt to impale Zeus in the chest, which Valkyrie takes as they escape to confront Gorr in the Shadow Realm. On the way, Thor learns about Foster's cancer diagnosis and the two reignite their relationship. Upon arrival, they try to find the children, only to realize that they have fallen for a trap. Gorr plans to use Stormbreaker to access eternity and wish for the extinction of the gods. They battle Gorr and his shadow monsters again, but are forced to retreat to New Asgard when Valkyrie and Foster are weakened. Before Stormbreaker can be transported through the Bivarist, Gorr steals it. Thor is informed that Mjolnir is worsening Foster's cancer and urges her to stay behind to recover. Valkyrie is also unable to continue fighting, leaving the Thunderbolt with Thor so he can fight Gorr again. At the center of the universe, Gorr starts to open Eternity's gate with Stormbreaker. Thor arrives and gives the children the power of Thor, giving Gorr gains the upper hand in his fight with Thor. Sensing Thor's distress, Foster decides to wield Mjolnir again despite her weakened condition and join the fight. Thor gives Foster the opportunity to use Mjolnir to shatter the Necrosword into pieces, a move that ultimately leads to the death of both herself and Gorr. Thor retrieves Stormbreaker and has the children use it to return home, but they are unable to prevent Gorr from entering eternity. Thor calls out to Gorr and pleads with him to choose love over death as he rushes to Foster's side. The love between them reminds Gorr of the love he had for his own daughter, causing him to use his wish to bring love back to life. Foster eventually succumbs to her cancer and vanishes into Valhalla. Thor agrees to take care of love as Gorr dies from the Necrosword's curse. In the aftermath, a statue of Foster as the mighty Thor is erected in New Asgard. Sif and Valkyrie begin training the children in combat, while Korg's body fully regenerates and he starts trying to produce offspring. Thor begins raising Love as his own daughter, entrusting her with Stormbreaker while he wields Mjolnir in battle. The two travel the galaxy offering assistance to anyone in need, becoming known as Love and Thunder. In a mid-credits scene, a recovering Zeus sends his son, Hercules, to kill Thor. In a post-credit scene, Foster encounters Heimdall in the afterlife, who welcomes her to Valhalla and thanks her for saving his son.